Good day, viewers. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Winnie, and I make tutorials and videos that will help you step up your sewing game. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're very welcome. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. So today we'll be making a kimono dress with a collar and a chest design. I'm sure you would see it. You will see the picture appear on this video. For this design, you would need from 2 yards and above. So me personally, for this project, I'll be making use of 2 yards. I want the length of my kimono dress to be midi length, in other words, like 43 inches. And that's why I can get away with using 2 yards. But if you want to make it a full length, you would have to start from 3 yards and above. You can use 3 yards, 4 yards, or 5 yards, depending on your client or the person you're making the outfit for. So for my chest design and my collar, I'll be using this noisy black fabric to see how it's going to be. Both fabrics are noisy, but I just want to try it out to see how it's going to be. For this black fabric, you can use 1 yard. You can just get 1 yard, though you would have something left after that. So let's get started. So the first thing I have done is to divide my fabric into 2 equal halves. Don't forget I mentioned I have 2 yards. I divided my fabric into 2 equal halves, and then I have 1 yard now. And the next thing I went ahead to do is to fold my fabric again into another 2 equal halves and place it together. So we're going to be starting with the back piece of the kimono dress. So after that, I'll be using my back piece to cut the front piece before I design the front piece of the fabric. So first thing I'm going to do is to draw my starting line, which is usually 1 inch. Then I'll be drawing the width of my back neck. I'll be using 3.5 for the width. I'll be using 1.5 for the depth. I would mark, and then I would give it a curve. And the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the shoulder slope. Your shoulder slope can be as long as you prefer, but for this project, my fabric will only allow me to make a shoulder slope of 12 inches. You can add more if you want. So I'll be marking 12 inches. Then I will come down by 1 inch so that I can make my shoulder slope. And I'll be connecting that 1 inch back to the beginning of my neck. After doing that, I'll be drawing the sleeve opening. The sleeve opening can be between 10, 12, 13, depending on the size of the client, depending on the preference of your client. If your client wants the sleeve opening to be as big as possible, then you can do 12, 13. But for this project, I'll be doing 11. I'll be using 11 inches for my sleeve opening. After doing that, I'll be marking my hip line, which is 24 inches. And I'll be inputting my hip measurement divided by 4. For this project, I'm making use of 42 as my hip measurement. So 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. I'll be adding 2 inches allowance. That's the allowance I prefer for this project. You can add as much as you want, and you can reduce it. You can make your kimono as tight as you want. So for this project, I'll be making use of 2 inches allowance. So that's I'll first of all mark my 10.5, then add my 2 inches. Then I'll also add half inch for side allowance. Then after that, I'll be marking my hem line. Like I said, I want this kimono to be up to 43. So I will mark my hem line quickly. I will also input my hip measurement. That's the measurement I imputed on the hip line. I'll input it at the hem line as well. That's 10 and a half and 2 and a half. I'll connect a line from my hem line to my hip line, like this. Then I'll be connecting the end of my slip opening to the hip line, to the line, to the hip line with a slant cord. So I would add my seam allowance all around and I'll cut out. So guys, I'll be taking out my back piece so that it will give me the opportunity to prepare my front piece. And so the next thing I'm going to do is to get my neck depth. And for this project, I made use of 10 inches for my neck depth. And so I'll be marking 10 inches downward and I'll be connecting it to my fold on a straight line. And then on that straight line, I'll be marking 1 inches inward. 1 inch and not 1 inches, 1 inch inward. And from that 1 inch, I would connect it back to the beginning of my shoulder or the beginning of my neckline to form a sort of V neckline. And after doing that, I'll then cut out. So guys, I have cut out my neckline, and the next thing I'll be doing is that I'll be placing my front fabric and my back fabric together, right side facing right side, and joining at the shoulders. So guys, I'll go ahead and measure from the beginning of the first edge to the next edge to get my collar measurement. So I got 29.5 guys. So but I'm going to add more inches to what I'm going to cut out. I'm not going to be cutting exactly 29.5. It will be better for you to have an excess length than to have not enough. Don't forget, we're talking about the collar here. We're trying to prepare the collar. So now for the length, I think I would make my fabric to be as long as 34, 35, 36. Then for the width of my collar, you can choose whatever width you want, from 1.5. If you want your collar to be very slim, you can make it 1 inch, but for me, I want my width to be about 2 inches. So I'll be having a total of 4 inches, and I'll be adding extra 1 inch for joining the collar to the neck. And so I'll be having a total width of, I'll be cutting out a total of 5 inches for the width. As you can see, the width of my collar is 5 inches, and the length of my collar, is 36. So you can add 2 or 3 inches to your actual length, then cut out the excess when you're done fixing. So for this collar, I'll just go ahead and press it on fold neatly. I'll press it or iron it on fold. Then I can weave the edge of the collar for a smooth neat finishing. Then I'll bring it back to you guys. So guys, I've also cut out the pieces of fabric for my sleeve. I'll be attaching this to my sleeve just to decorate it a little bit. So it's just the same thing. I'll be ironing it on fold. I'll be weaving the edges as well. I'll be weaving and I'll be fixing the turn up sleeve later. So guys, this is the board. For the board, you'll be cutting out a square. If you want a smaller board, you can do a 10 by 10 or a 9 by 9, depending on how small you want the chest design to be. But for this project, I chose to do 12 inches. So it's a square now, and a square has the same length and the same breadth. So I'll be doing, I cut out 12 by 12, 12 by 12 for this design. So I'll go ahead and iron it. And after ironing it, I would also iron half an inch fold like this all the way around, so that I can easily place it on my chest, on my front fabric, and sew it and top stitch it on it. But for this design also, I want a slant at one of the sides of my square. So we'll be taking the measurement for the slant. For the slant, I'll be folding 3 inches. So let's measure, or let's make it 4, since the square is a little bit more elaborate. I'll be connecting with my ruler. I'll be cutting out. Now I'll go ahead and iron it this way. Half an inch fold inside, half an inch fold inward, half an inch fold inward, and half an inch fold inward. And after doing that, I will bring it out again and we'll place it on our front piece. So, and if you've gained value so far, kindly click the like button to support my channel. And also, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel, because you'll be getting more wonderful videos like this. So guys, watch me pin the collar to the kimono dress from this first junction to the second junction, or should I call it edge, from the first edge of the neck depth of my front fabric or my front kimono to the second junction. So let's go. The whole idea is that if there's an excess, you cut it out. This collar on the right side of my dress, so don't be confused guys, not on the wrong side but on the right side. So I'll be pinning it all the way, and when I get to the end of the second edge, I will stop. So guys, I've gotten to the end of the second edge. This is the way it looks after pinning. Can you see it guys? So I'll be going to my sewing machine to join all this together, and then after joining it together, I'll give it a very good press so that it can relax at this part, and I'll bring it back for you to see. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to the end. Another thing I have done, guys, is to prepare my chest design. Look at how, see how beautiful it's looking. I have given it a good press, and it is ready to be top stitched to the front bodice of my kimono dress. So I'll go ahead and complete and sew up the collar and the turn up sleeve, and I'll bring it back to show you guys how I'm going to place the chest design on the dress. So guys, this is what I have now. I have joined my collar to my kimono dress, and this is what it looks like. You are supposed to give it a good press so that it's going to relax. Another thing I did was to hold it down a little bit with a running stitch so that this does not keep moving. That's at this area. And so now it's time to place the chest design. The actual chest design is just like this. So I'll just get my midpoints like this and just place a mark. And match it to the middle like this. And then I will go ahead and top stitch all around. I would like to also mention that you can play with the chest design. You can put it this way like this. You can also put it this way like this. You can turn it upside down like this. You can also embellish the chest design with fringe or with tassels for you to see. Guys, if you've come this far, what are you waiting for? Smash the like button so that when next I post videos like this online, you would receive a notification. Click notification bell, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So let's continue. I would come back to you shortly with the finished work. So guys, this is the finished work. See you in my next video. Bye.